Hey there, Vanagon addicts. It's Ken Wilford here at Vanagon. Just wanted to bring you guys back. We are still dealing with our Carat restoration slash put it back together thing that we've been doing for a while. And something I want to talk to you guys about today is LED lighting. Okay, LED lighting in your van, especially when we're talking about the dashboard area. To me, really should be like a no-brainer. These dash lights, like say this one down here that's inside this panel right here, this one that actually is going to go in the back of this fan switch light up thing here, and then down here in the shifter of the automatics. I mean, why would you ever want to replace these ever again, right? You really don't. You want to do this once and be done with it. So that's what we're doing. So we wound up basically replacing, I went on superbrightleds.com. I bought some LEDs. I bought some of these special sockets that they also sell. And these sockets work great for this shifter right here. They pretty much fit perfectly into that. If you're putting them into these other holes, like right here on the back of this fan switch, you got this round hole. You have to use like a razor knife, kind of cut down these little tabs that are right here, and then it'll fit in there. But here's one of the dirty little couple of dirty little secrets going on. One is you have to be careful about how you put these bulbs in these sockets. The LEDs will not work unless the bulb is in a certain polarity. Okay, so in other words, if I put this, let me show you the socket right here, and my phone's going to get all blurry and stuff. So if you put the bulb in one way in the socket, it will work. If you put it in another way, it will not work. And how you can tell the difference is you hook it up, and if it lights up, it works. If it doesn't light up, it doesn't work. That's pretty much the only way to tell. There's no markings on it that I can find or anything like that. So just know that. Okay, and why am I saying that? Because here's the problem also you're going to have. So say you bought this socket from Super Bright LEDs, you bought the bulbs, and you're getting ready to put it in somewhere. The amount of actual force that it takes for this to just come out of this socket is like nothing. Okay, so what I've been doing with them is I get them set up the way I want them. I set up the polarity, on here so that the black is ground, blue is power, just so, consistency, stuff and things. And then I actually super glue the bulb to this base, because if you don't do that, I'm telling you guys, if you don't do that, just a very small amount of force that it takes to push this bulb into this housing right here will cause it to come apart, and it won't light up. And so you'll have everything put together and you'll be like, oh, this is great. And then like hit two bumps and it goes out. Okay, so that's the other little secret, is if you're putting these together, super glue. Okay, super glue them in there, because just to be honest with you guys, these lights should last forever. Okay, I mean, forever. What's your definition of forever? I don't know. 20 years? 30 years? I mean, think about it. They're only on at night. They're not on during the daytime. You can see they actually are dimming a little bit too, which I didn't even test for that earlier, but they are doing that. They're only on at night. They're not in the daytime. They're only on for probably a couple hours here and there. And I mean, these bulbs are good for, I don't know, 10,000 hours. So, yeah, do the math. I don't want to, so I'm not gonna. But they should last you the rest of the life of the car. I mean, this is something that should never ever have to deal with again. So I'm about ready to put this slider back together. I just got to put the plate back on. Okay, and then I've got to put the sliders back in the middle here. Usually how I do that is get a screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, go in here, I put them all in the center. I get a flathead screwdriver, center position, and kind of push it down, and then I can put these wonderful, fantastic, levers on here. When you deal with these levers, you want to be really careful with them. I actually grab them by this plastic part and never grab them by the rubber part to try to take them off or put them back on, because this end will easily break off. Okay. The other thing you have to understand is that the original ones are made to go on one particular way. So you see this one, it's got a hole underneath. That means this has to go on this bottom one down here or the bottom one of the upper. But it can't go on the top or it's going to look stupid. Okay, I mean, why would you want, they basically made it to go in one way. These holes are supposed to be facing away so you cannot see them. The other thing you have to be careful about too is when you install these things. Okay, so here we go. Here's two ones here. This one, again, like I said, they made it so the holes are facing down. This one has to be installed this way, and this one has to be installed pointing down when they're in the same slot. Otherwise, this is going to happen. Bam, bam, bam. And they're going to hit each other when you try to slide them back and forth. You're going to be cursing yourself. Why am I so stupid? Okay. I've made them so that they're facing the same direction. They're banging into each other. You have to install them like this. Now, when you get the new ones, like we sell brand new ones that are actually Volkswagen, I believe. But what they did was they got rid of these holes. They said, hey, you know what? Why make two special ones? We just make one. And then you just put it in this way if you're facing up, right? You put this in facing up like this. And if it's going to face down, you put it like this. And you're good. So they made the new version doesn't have the holes. But again, you have to be smart when you put them in. Okay, then this fat part sticks up if it's on the top side, okay? Or this fat part sticks down if it's on the bottom side, because if not, they're going to hit each other when you slide them back and forth, okay? So I know this sounds like it's kind of idiotic, but yeah, I've installed them wrong and then got it all done, and then I'm trying to slide it, and it's like, oh, it won't go about crap, and you have to pull it back apart again. The least amount of times you have to put these things on and off, the better, as far as how the ends, not messing up the ends and that kind of thing. And as far as taking this plastic frame off, okay, you can just pull this off, this one little switch knob. There's actually a pin up here, and there's a pin over here. And what I normally do, they're plastic, so you have to be really careful. You put a flathead screwdriver under here, and you just pry right here a little bit. Then you go over here, put it under between the dash and the frame. Put it under here, pry a little bit, and just kind of go back and forth. It'll start coming out. Then you can pry a little bit more. Because if you don't do it that way, if you just grab it like, you're just going to snap these pins off the back. And then you're going to be calling me up and saying, I need, a new thing, because once those pins snap off, you can put it back there, but it's kind of floating and everything. So anyway, that is what I wanted to talk about today. I know it's not really exciting things, but it's things that when you're doing this much work, you want to do it once and be done with it and move on with your life. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed that video. Hope it helps you guys out. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.